Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Premier League Fantasy Football and welcome to my video. In today's video, I want to look at my team, seeing how well they're performing in Game Week 3, then we move ahead to Game Week 4. And as you can see, it is a disaster. I got 26 points so far. 26 points. Wasn't expecting this to happen this game week. A lot of clean sheets wiped off. A lot of people doubled up on the Manchester City and Chelsea back lines. Boy, yeah, let me know in the comments below how well you did. I think it has been a disappointing game week for a lot of FPL managers out there. For me, I was around the 300k mark. Then I dropped down to, I think I'm around 1.4 million. So, yeah, I guess we shouldn't really look at the rank too much, but that was a big kind of drop. However, I still got 3 players left. I got Salah, I got Diaz and Trent against Manchester United. But that fixture could be postponed. I hope it's not, because I captained Mo Salah. And if he returns, then yeah, I'll get the points that I lost in this game week. However, moving on to Game Week 4, my team actually looks really strong for that game week. Anyways, let's go through it. So I made 2 free transfers. And let's have a quick look. My scored value here, that is 104, but I still have 0.4 in the bank, which is good. So I made a really early change. I removed a Bailey for the silver, and I'm hoping that the silver will get a price rise. I think right now he's still at 4.6. If he gets a 4.7, that's perfect. And it's a player that I bought in just to kind of like remove that money and get a player that is going to be on my bench. I removed Patterson and I bought in Cucurella, and it didn't pay off so far. I was looking at bringing in maybe Walker, who lost his clean sheet, and the other player was Perisic, but I just didn't know that it was going to start, and that was one of the things that kind of pushed me towards Cucurella. Anyways, let's move on. So those were my transfers, not the best transfers in the world. Let's look at the team. So Ramsdale in goal, 6 points. The Arsenal player is actually returning really well for me. Ramsdale with 6, keeping a clean sheet. Martinelli got an assist for Odegaard's goal. And Jesus got himself an assist. He could have scored a goal there as well. He looked really good. Arsenal, like the whole team, was really good. They played really well. I know they were against Bournemouth, but still they controlled the game. They had a lot of good passing. They could have scored more. So I'm really impressed with them. I think they got Fulham at home next. So yeah, definitely going with 3 Arsenal players is the way to go. The Chelsea game against Leeds. Leeds played really well. Don't get me wrong. Leeds played really well. They put a lot of pressure on Chelsea. But Chelsea themselves were just all over the place. They couldn't control. They couldn't pass. They couldn't score. They wasn't a threat. I was going to say Hazard there. Havertz, Sterling. Not good at all. Not good at all so far. Cancelo with 0 points so far. Yeah. Can't really do anything with that, really. I think a lot of people already own him. Trent, Diaz, and Mo Salah as my captain playing tomorrow. Hopefully that match is not postponed, because I think there's going to be a big protest at Manchester United. Neto, it's got to go. It's got to go. I got to remove him. I got to just change it up a little bit. Maybe scrape that money to like a 4.5 million midfielder and kind of use that money to upgrade another player. Right now, I do not want Neto, and I don't even care if he scores the next game. So, yeah. And Haaland there scoring a goal. Good return from him, but a lot of people captained him as well, so it doesn't really help my overall rank. I'm not really fussed with the overall rank too much right now, because one good game week, which could be game week 4, could get me to where I was before, around the 500 to 300k. But it's so volatile that people are gonna do really well and then drop really backwards to the millions. Williams in the bench, that's Silva on the bench. Like I mentioned, that's what I was going to do, and that's what I did. So this game week, we just got to move on. It was a disaster of a game week, and I don't know what happened. I just want to quickly look at some of these fixtures. Perisic starting was actually, yeah, a big problem for me. I kind of felt that, you know, if he does start, he will return, he will do well, and he did. Got a big amount of return there. Got an assist. Harry Kane scored the goal as well. Zaha's looking really good. He's actually playing really well. Crystal Palace, you know, the team themselves, they're playing really well together. So I think maybe after Manchester City, you know, you can see these fixtures is actually not too bad for Crystal Palace to continue their good run. Everton and Nottingham Forest, not much to say really. Here though, a lot of people own like Mitrovic, Tony, a lot of players that people has in the FPL teams. They pretty much returned. Here we go as well, like Madison. Well, he's 6%, but a lot of people that I know has got him. Ward-Prowse. So there's a lot of like those under 20%, so like 20 to 10% owned players doing really well there. A lot of Arsenal's defenders continue to keep that clean sheet. Great performance from Arsenal. Leeds continue, and Rodrigo, 15% owned, 6.2. He's definitely going to get another price rise. I don't have the money to bring him. I've got to take a hit. I don't really want to do that. Against Brighton, I think that's going to be quite difficult for them. But you just never know. Brighton continue to do well. I mean, beating West Ham away 2-0 is actually a massive, massive result for them. And Manchester City there against Newcastle 3-3. Trippier, fantastic free kick from him. Player that I'm looking at. Gundogan is someone that I really want in my team, but he's 7.5 and it's quite difficult to bring him in. I've got to like remove Diaz. So, yeah. It's been a disappointing game week, guys. We're just going to have a look and for game week 4 and just move on, really. So, Ramsdale in goal against Fulham. Great fixture. I'm hoping that Arsenal can continue their good run. However, Fulham is actually, you know, they're doing good for themselves. They're scoring a lot of goals as well. So, I'm hoping that there's a clean sheet here. Martinelli and Jesus, two of the players that, you know, is on form, especially like Martinelli that is 6.3. A lot of people want to basically remove Saka for him, and I think you should do that because of how cheap Martinelli is. A lot of people are going to continue to captain Jesus because this is a very good fixture. Now, James and Cucurella, I think they both will play. But the game against Leicester is not the best. However, Leicester City concedes a lot of goals. So this could be a good fixture for Chelsea to actually score a lot of goals against. Maybe not keeping a clean sheet, but scoring a lot of goals. That might help James and Cucurella maybe get an assist or two. Cancelo and Haaland, both of them at home against Crystal Palace. Good fixture for them to do well and get some points. A lot of people will look at Haaland and captain him. I've got Trent, Diaz and Salah here. These are, yeah, hands down, probably they got the best fixture in game week 4. Salah is going to be my captain. I can see Diaz doing well. I can see Trent. So I'm hoping that this is the game week to get me to that 500k, 300k mark. But we will see. And then Neto here with at home fixture against Newcastle. Newcastle is actually really, you know, they're playing really well. I don't want a player that is going to get substituted before like 70 or something or 80. I want that player to continue to 90 minutes because you just never know what can happen at that stage. So I do want to get rid. I do have some bench players, so I could play Da Silva. I could try my luck on him and just see what happens because Everton is just not good and they concede a lot of goals. I'm not going to play Williams because it is against Tottenham. So I could do that. So I could do something like this, guys. And probably Neto is going to troll me and just do this and save my transfer because I don't need to make that transfer. If we look at these fixtures, you've got Southampton versus Manchester United. I don't think a lot of people are going to go for any of these players. I'm not going to go for them. However, Tony against Everton is going to be a very, very good fixture for him to do well in. So I'm a bit afraid of Tony. Brighton against Leeds, no idea what's going to happen there. So I'm just going to go without for now. And I do want a Leeds player. So that's why I'm thinking maybe if I bank the transfer, I can make big moves later on. Chelsea versus Leicester. You know, I would love to bring in Mount or Havertz, but they're just not performing well. They're just not doing what they're meant to be doing. Very happy that I've got 3 Liverpool players against Bournemouth. I don't think Bournemouth is going to be able to do well here. This is going to be a tough game for Manchester United against Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace has performed really well, so just going to hope and see. Gundogan is someone that I'm looking at. Arsenal versus Fulham. I can see a lot of goals here. So definitely Jesus, Martinelli. I'm not sure about the clean sheet, but I can see goals. Now, Aston Villa versus Manchester United. West Ham, not a fixture that I'm looking at right now. You know, there is Watkins has continued to do well, but I don't really have the money to kind of make that move. Raul Jimenez looks like he's back, so that could help Wolves. And you got Nottingham Forest against Spurs. Right now I'm going to go without Spurs. I'm just going to hope they don't do too well. But I think that's about it, guys. Yeah, just a quick little video, 10 minutes or so, just to quickly go through my team. And this is how the team's looking like so far. I'm going to do my best not to make any transfers. If Neto's price is going to go down again, I am going to remove him for someone that is 4.5 and use that money to kind of upgrade someone else elsewhere in Game Week 5 or something like that. So we will see, guys. We will see what happens. So far, I've got no massive transfer plans yet, no early ones. I do want to wait, but Rodrigo, Gundogan, Trippier, pretty much people who scored really. But you know, those are the players that are on form right now, for the Premier League. And my team is basically Neto that is a big problem. Anyways, that is pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope that this video has helped you. I hope that you guys got a fantastic score. But yeah, these things can happen. We'll have a bad game week, and then we'll have a good game week later on. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. See you.